Good morning, YouTube. Today is very special to Big Stone because we're here trying to clear up certain things on the air. Today I'm blessed with a young man who is 26 years old. His name is Kamaal Manboard. Now the reason why I'm giving Kamaal Manboard this interview is because what is typically known as the lifespan of a typical Jamaican youth doesn't exceed 25 years. What society is actually saying, some part of society, is that because of the gangsterism that is happening here in Jamaica, most of our youths will not make it past age 25. Well, here we have living proof of a youth that believed in himself, went to school, worked very hard to support himself while going to school, and now he has a architectural degree in BA degree. He's going to explain more. I can't even say the word. He's going to explain more by us welcoming him to YouTube. Welcome, my brethren. Kamaal. You're alive, Kamaal.
Yes.
Enough you to see that? Kamaal is alive and well. Kamaal,
Yes.
I know your life is very nice right now, but I know it was nice when you started as a young man. Give us a little synopsis of how it was you coming up as a young kid in Westmoreland.
Okay, well, I grew up in close by Nigger community, in a district called Sheffield.
Sheffield.
Yeah. Well, growing up, I was basically things were a bit hard. My mom was a single parent.
Mm-hmm.
From before I was born, it was just her
Right.
struggling with my older sister who was like 2 years old, and then I came
Mm-hmm.
after. So it was just her growing up. I saw her and she was sitting and sewing her clothes, and she was a dressmaker. Yes, but my mom got me into drawing from an early age. She said I could hold a pencil by the time, I was like 1 year old. I was drawing.
Brilliant.
So
All a pencil at
yeah,
1 year old you was
and I
drawing?
was drawing and things. So she
Uh-huh.
made sure that I had all the materials that I need. I was a
Okay.
child who just sit down and just behave myself and just draw cartoons, and she always provided crayons,
Mm-hmm.
whatever she could afford at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and anybody would come by the house and see my stuff, she would, they would buy like paint equipment and so forth, and I developed my skill, she was a mother you know, who, you know, she wanted
Hard
me to,
working
yeah,
and she wanted the
she
best for
wanted the best for her kids. She
for the best for her
always stressed
children.
about
Going to school.
being academic, going to
Mm-hmm.
school and having that with along with a skill,
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
she made sure that we were well rounded.
Mm-hmm.
I had a skill plus, I was
And
there
YouTube, you
under
know what we have to
academia.
say
So
in not in country, Kamal.
mm,
It feels good to me just the way you speak highly of your mother.
yes,
I can see the love and the respect that you still have for her, and the fact that she was a single parent. Because a lot of people is of the myth that if you're a single parent, you cannot raise your child properly. You're not equipped to raise your child properly. But they have a lot of mothers out there that are fathers as well. Some fathers are not fathers, they're what you call sperm donors, right? But we have a real mother here, and she did the very best for the community
yes,
because this story is very interesting, YouTube, as we'll hear further on. Continue.
okay. So I knew what I wanted to do from an early age. I said I wanted to be an animator or an architect.
Hmm.
And well, when I was in about fifth form, life kind of took a change where my mom.
Fifth form where? I mean, what's the name of the school
Yeah,
in
I went
Sheffield?
to Manning School, Savamore. It's a
Oh,
high
man,
school.
okay.
Yes, I went to. And life kind of took a change around being part of school fifth form, where my mom migrated, and after she migrated, well, she was still there. She helped out, she sent what she could send, but
Hmm.
I kind of came to a realization, where I said, I'm on my own after this. It kind
Yes.
of,
So it
kind of
suddenly dawned
started.
on you that,
Yes,
hey,
yes, that I was
Kamal,
on
you have
my
to
own.
start taking care of yourself.
Yes, and
Right.
that's when I basically, put out an effort to make sure everything was set in place, or my goals that I had was
Hmm.
set forward.
Hmm.
Um, I was doing paintings like landscape paintings, tourist type paintings of waterfalls, the beach, sunsets, and
So,
that kind of
so
stuff. So
anybody actually taught you how
no, just
to analyze and because, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, some of the painting that this young man at age 5, 7. He told me, he showed me a painting that he did when he was 16 years old. It's a beauty beyond, I cannot even try to describe it to you. So with this kind of inborn skill, 'cause that's why he's on YouTube, because he utilized the inborn skills that he has with little or nothing, and the story continues.
Yeah, so, well, I became that good because of my mom ensuring that, I made some sense of my life, and I used this talent I had. She didn't make me waste it.
Right,
And at
right.
the same time, she stressed that, I go to school and still perform well in all the
Academics,
courses.
right,
So she
right.
basically set the path for me so that, if I'm on my own, I could continue from there. So she basically set everything in motion. So
You
after
just
she
follow
set
through.
everything in motion, I started following through, and
Tell us a
thing,
little
and
bit now after Manners, after you went to Manners, and
after
you
I
did
went to
well
mines,
in the passes and in the
I did
subject.
fairly well. I have Caribbean awards in visual arts in CXC and Cape for
What?
outstanding performance, 3 years in a row. So
3 years. YouTube,
yeah,
is what we are
really
talking about, so we youth them
excel,
great.
excel
We youth them
in
great. Not all of we youth them want gun in a Jamaica. Not all of we youth them want safe on the corner. And this brother don't even wear responsible of his ways. I'm serious. But we can get to that little bit more.
Yeah,
But come on,
so
tell us a beautiful story.
after that, I ended up going to sixth form. I wanted to go to Comsey to do an architectural course there, but I realized I couldn't afford it. So I spoke to my principal, and he was a client of mine who bought a few paintings to support me in school. So I spoke to all the people I could, and I went and realized I was cheap and better for me to go to sixth form. When I went to sixth form, me and my visual arts teacher and a group of us decided to start Cape Art because it wasn't offered there before. So I arranged with the ministry and everything, and with my teacher and my peers to start this additional course there and thing, and we did very well in it. We got 3 highest awards in the Caribbean for the visual arts, and it was something that was just being started. So even after sixth form, after that, I realized that I didn't have any money, I didn't have the funding to go to UTech. Everything was in place. I had my subjects, had everything to go, but I couldn't. So I decided to work for a year first, where I explored a number of things. I did photography, I did fashion. I was mostly in the nigger area, trying to find my way, trying to get links, trying to meet the right people so I could get out there. During that time, I did several works. I used to do interior decorating work, and I worked and got the work for a year, where I realized that I now have enough to at least start, university. So I applied and I got through, and I did really well in the interview, because in architecture they only allow 40 people each year.
Wow.
All over the Caribbean, because it's the only architectural school in the English-speaking Caribbean. So it's
Okay,
very
so what you're
limited
saying then, hold on,
amount of
stick up
people.
in, stick up in. What you're saying then, out of the whole of the Caribbean, Barbados, Trinidad and something,
yes.
everybody have to come at UA
Yes,
for
have to come,
architect, and they
UTech.
only accept 40,
They only accept 40
and
people
you are one of the
Caribbean.
40?
Yes.
Hey, you, this is an lame on the self on the
So
corner, right? Enough things are going on in a college and university, enough education are built up, and Kamaal, we feel good about that. You know what Kamaal tell me before him tell him look a story? Him probably don't remember through the interview I get sweet and nice. Is the fact that he used to walk with painting and come on, talk about the part. Because the part they take sheer guts. No one goes to college now, But him not have no money not there, nothing not go on. Him not just wait for him mother. Him not just try to find him father. Him not try hang out with no friend. Him not try pick up a gun and go take something. No, not do that. The painting and them skills where him have. You say, get some painting and rare, because you know him duff, and then just nice up the thing and people just buy them. Talk about that little bit of the money coming in.
Well, I started selling my artwork from around third form, ninth grade actually. Started selling it in Negril. I was walking on the beaches on weekends, in fourth form, to get to help out myself with schooling, to buy my school clothes and all of that stuff. So I started working, selling my art at an early age.
So you know money was it because I'm expensive now, if you want him, people think, houses and houses though, you have to forget him,
I worked hard to, get myself out there, and thing.
So then after, you're into UWI now, right,
UTech.
and UTech, right, and you're doing your thing, And how was it with you there? I mean,
It was
get the
really
books
hard,
together.
because it was like a new thing for me. Even when the first time I came to UTech, I didn't even know where UTech was. I just took a bus and
Remember, say country come from the Westmoreland, you know.
oh,
Country,
it
they say.
just came on my own, did
Uh-huh.
everything on my own, find somewhere to rent on my own and thing. With the help of my mom, of course. My mom used to
Yes,
send
my
my little
mama always
penny
did
to,
it, you know.
help me out.
And Papa gone. Papa always did
Yeah,
it.
so, I struggled through university, but it was all well, because I always said to myself, every disappointment is for a good and wise purpose. So I believe that the struggle is a good thing, because a lot of people struggle, and the people that I see who I really look up to, I realize that most of them has been through struggle. So I realize that the struggling makes you a better person. So every time I reach a point in my life where I'm struggling, I say to myself, this is for the betterment of my future.
Exactly.
As this struggle with
Who are
people,
some of the
listen,
people that, I mean, other than mommy, because I know mommy is your number one, who was other the people that mentored you, inspired you to keep going?
Well, it's kind of hard to, to say, different various people are looking to their life, but it's hard to pinpoint a
A
specific,
particular name, we just
a
remember
particular name,
circumstances.
you know.
YouTube,
Yeah.
it is a pleasure for us to be here with Kamaal Manboard. He's 26 years old. He has a BA degree in architecture, a fine young man, a professional artist. As a matter of fact, he's the artist that is slated to draw the backdrop for tribute to Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey is our first national hero. And I know in his grave, wherever Marcus is today, 124 years almost later, Marcus Garvey must be proud to know that we are brothers like Kamaal Manboard. Keep up the good work. But Kamaal, I want you looking at the camera now and tell the youth them in Jamaica how you feel and what you want to say happen to you for your country. 2 minutes you have to do that. No.
Alright, well, 2 minutes is a short time to say all of that, but, from ever since I was growing up, I was always there, supporting. My mom was always saying, I have too much of a good heart, where I was always defending my friends when people were saying, this person is bad, because she always say, I always try to see the good in everybody, because trust me, everybody, as human being, we have a good side and a bad side, and the good side is there to bring out, so we have to try to put things in place, in our community, in Jamaica and a wider community, to bring out the goodness that is in everybody, because everybody have a talent, everybody have a skill, everybody have a goodness, spiritually, that they can be drawn out of them, and they can be uplifted. Because in all of this, it's all about to start from the spiritual upliftment, to start from moral upliftment, and all of that stuff adding together will uplift you on many different levels, in terms of money, everything. Once you start from somewhere, the upliftment from any of these aspects, it can follow through and uplift entire Jamaica, uplift the entire world.
You hear that, youth and youth? Words coming from Kamaal Manboard, 26 years old, not yet ever been arrested, not a statistic of gangsterism, not a statistic of coup or group. A young man who grew up poor but believed in himself, and today he has a BA degree in architecture. Marcus Garvey forever. Marcus Garvey now. August 20th, 2011. Montpellier Showground. Don't miss it. Kamaal, your backdrop is going to be on display. To the world! Kamaal, to the world! Cock it!